This is Sleeping Bear RV Park and Campground. This is in Lander, Wyoming. And this is the middle of October, moving into the latter part of October. Weather's absolutely beautiful today. We've got about 55 degrees, light breeze out of the south. And I'm going to walk up with you to the main building with Sleeping Bear. I just want to show you a little bit about what they have. They've got, you see all this wood here. They go through several cords a summer when they do campfires for their short-term guests, which is obviously summer is the season where you've got people coming in for just a few days and some staying a few months. There is a splash pad right about where we're walking across to. I'll walk up to it so you can see it. This actually becomes a kind of a water play area for kids during the summer, so they can enjoy these nozzles of water and all that kind of stuff. This is the main entrance to the building, the store, the office for Sleeping Bear. And you can see that they've got a pretty good selection of RV goods, some odds and ends. Oh, here comes Dave. Dave is one of the owners of Sleeping Bear, along with his wife Chris. Say hello, Dave.
Hello, Dave.
Dave and Chris are very accommodating folks. You can see they got some DVDs off to the side, some short-term provisions in the fridge. And one of the things that's really unique about laundry area here, that's not unique. One of the things that's really unique about Sleeping Bear is the bathroom facilities. They're literally home-style bathrooms. So if you walk in here, this is immaculately clean. This one happens to accommodate 2 people. But if you look around, there are others like this one here. Single person, great privacy, and again, real clean, real easy to live with. Going out the back, there are several rows of RVs of all types here. Dave and Chris themselves are RVers, and they live on site. They live in this building right here, but they also have a Class A that they travel in. One of the more unique features of the park is the view. I'm walking towards, at this point, and here's Chris, Dave's wife. I'm walking towards the overlook, which overlooks the town and also overlooks the mountain ranges to the west. And you're going to see some video in a minute, or in a few minutes, that's actually phenomenal, because the video is of Sinks Canyon, which is, I think, a hidden gem. It's really a secret of this area. Hi, Chris.
Hi, Mike.
Say hi.
Hi.
It's Al, not Mike.
That's okay.
Hi. I was just talking to Mike, sorry.
That's all right.
Hi, Al. It's a beautiful day in Lander, Wyoming.
And that's Jill over there. Absolutely, it is. Many of the residents here are setting up to be here for the winter. And again, you come here at different times of year and you're going to see different mixes of people. But everybody seems to be very friendly, very easygoing. Thanks, Chris. Jill and 2 cats are the park's greeters, official greeters, unofficial greeters, whatever. And I'm going to walk over towards the view, because it really is a nice view, and it also shows off the town of Lander. Here comes one of our neighbors' pets, cats. How you doing? Lander is a typical small western town, kind of like Steamboat, except without having a big mountain next to it for skiing. It's got, you can see the double arches down there, the McDonald's, but then there's a couple of good local bars. The Lander Bar has great burgers, I highly recommend it. Good waffle fries. There's a Ford dealer here if you need work done on your vehicle. So you're literally a 2-minute walk away from the Ford dealer. And then as you look downtown, You can kind of see it. There's a series of buildings along Main Street. It's all well kept, and it's a town that seems to be thriving. Virtually all the businesses are in business. That's always a good sign. And there's a couple of good coffee houses. One inside of a bookstore that I've spent some time at in the last few days, and I like. Also good fast internet at that bookstore. They have internet here. The internet here is adequate, and it does cover the entire park. And again, you can see the mountains off to the west. They slope upwards. I believe the nearby mountains are upwards of 10 to 12,000 feet, and then there's even higher peaks further off in the distance that I don't think we can see from here. Okay, this is going to walk back towards my fifth wheel, and then we're going to pick up with a brief video with me in front of it, and then I'm going to show off really a hidden secret of this area. Okay, so yeah, this is Sleeping Bear, and I'm here. It's again a beautiful view off to the distance. I'm here for probably, hopefully less than 2 weeks. I'm waiting for some parts and service to get done at Riverton RV. I've got some warranty work, and then my goal is to head off to Steamboat Springs, Colorado for the winter. That's the only reason I say hopefully, because it's a great place. People here are friendly. It's easygoing. Nice town. Like I showed you in the walkthrough, you've got some unique features, but then there are also some unique aspects to this community. Rather than show you some kind of regular downtown video or whatever, I mean, anybody could see coffee shops and, you know, the butcher, the baker, and the candlestick maker stores. I want to bring you up to Sinks Canyon. I think it's a pretty exceptional area. It's literally just a few minutes away from downtown, and from here, I mean, this is minutes away from downtown. So that's it. Go check it out. And well, if you want to get in touch with Dave and Chris, it's Sleeping Bear RV Park and Campground in Lander, Wyoming. And you can check their RV reviews. They got good reviews. Okay, thank you. Sinks Canyon Campground, just into the National Forest beyond Sinks Canyon State Park. Beautiful area. Just spent the last hour or so sitting in this campsite. There's nobody here except a couple of folks that came up to walk their dogs. Hanging out, enjoying lunch, and sitting by this river listening to it. Let's take a walk over to the bridge. Smelling the pines. Now, this is a footbridge that goes across the river. Looks like there's one camper here. It's a van camper with a tent behind it. It's again Sinks Canyon near Lander, Wyoming. My home base has been Sleeping Bear Campground. This is a primitive campground here. There is water during the summer, but not at each site. No electric, no sewer. As you can see when you cross, there's cross-country ski trails here. So if I come back at some point, this might be a really cool place to go cross-country skiing. You can see a northwest facing slope that's very heavily forested. A lot of wildlife on that side. And as I pan around into the other side of the canyon, here is the south facing slope that has really very little on it. Generally barren. Of course, no snow. A I'll leave you on this piece with a clip of just the river running and the sounds of the river. The only thing you can't do is smell the pines. The river I was just next to is probably no more than a football field away, maybe a little more. I'm up around 7,000, maybe 8,000 feet, and I'm going to pan from the river valley where you can see just a few aspens showing a little bit of yellow. Looks like they're towards the tail end of their color. This is October 18 as I'm doing this, and you're looking at the canyon right up ahead. That's where the state park is, and you have the sink and the rise. It's a pretty interesting geological formation that I have some photographs of. Water drops into a sink, percolates through the rock, and through dye tests that they've done, they verify it comes up in the rise, which is a quarter-mile away, but it takes 2 hours for the water to drop through the sink and up into the rise. Talk about some natural cracks and crevices in the rocks, filtration. Pretty interesting. It takes water 2 hours to go a quarter-mile when it drops through the ground. It's an absolutely beautiful area. And again, my home base, Sleeping Bear Campground in Lander, which is right through that opening in the canyon. It drops into the town of Lander, a town of about 7,000 people. This has got to be near the top of the switchbacks on Sinks Canyon Road. You can see, I don't even know what mountain range that is in the distance, but they're up around 12,000 feet. I think it's the Wind River Mountains. I could be wrong. That's the next mountain range before you get to the Tetons and that general part of Wyoming. This is the south side of the canyon. You can see it's snow-free. I've got to be up around 9,000 or 10,000 feet now. This is the canyon entrance to Lander. Still doesn't look that far away, although now we're much higher. And this is the north side. And you can see as I pan along, fresh snow in the trees. Remember, this is still the middle of October, but it looks very much like the middle of winter up here. And this is the road as it proceeds up through Sinks Canyon and eventually over to the other side.